Okay, so our research project, we could either do a paper or do a YouTube video, and I decided, of course, as you can tell, to do a YouTube video. I thought it was more interesting and more fun to do the YouTube video instead of just writing a paper like I normally write papers. Um, the topic was to investigate a topic related to ways in which family schools and communities educate children. Having families, schools, and communities working together to educate children will have a positive effect on them. An article that I read, Family Community Engagement in Every School for Every Child, it says effective family and community engagement is a shared responsibility of families, schools, and communities for student learning and achievement. It is continuous from birth to young adulthood, and it occurs across multiple settings where children learn. If they all work together, which I mean communities, families, and schools, if they all work together, they can educate a child more effectively than one or two of them working together. Like example, if the school and the families were only working together to help educate, they wouldn't educate as much as all three of them. Families, schools, and communities have their own way of helping educate children also, but they also come together. Um, Schools help educate children by encouraging and supporting family involvement. The teachers and school members are not just there to teach. Of course, they are there, to teach subjects, math, science, history, reading, all of that. But they're also there to educate children on a whole. Um, Life skills, letting a child know that their family is welcome in the classroom, in the school, not all the time, but when they, at least knowing that they're allowed to be there, is positive for both the families and the children. Having parents be able to come in and volunteer, like the schools will let them come in. Um, Parents could do a bunch of school projects to be able to come and be involved in the school, like bake sales or trick or treats. Schools will allow them to do that and ask them. Um, Even teachers will ask for volunteers in their classroom to come in and be a chaperone on the school trips. And at my elementary school, the school would involve the parents in lunchtime and in playtime on the playground. They had lunch aides and playground aides that would come in, and they would play with the children outside. They'd be the ones that had to bring the balls in and the hula hoops and the jump ropes, all of that stuff. And lunchroom, they just sat around making sure that the kids actually ate and didn't just sit there and talk. Um, and one of the um, parents that would come in would bring a boombox and would actually teach the kids outside on the playground to do like the chicken dance and electric slide and all this stuff. And it was just fun for the kids. Um, there's programs for families that the schools have, like PTA, and even not just the PTA, but other programs for families to stay active in school. Um, Families help educate children by engaging themselves in what the child is doing. If a parent is there helping the child, I mean, not doing the work for them, but making sure they're doing it correctly, and if the child needs help reading something or understanding something, the parent will be there to help them. Um, for example, if a way that a parent can involve themselves even more in what the child's doing, if they are learning about dinosaurs, the parent can take them to the museum uh, and show them the dinosaur bones and everything, and the children will be able to, the parents will be like, oh, which dinosaur is that? And the kid will be like, oh, that's the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and tell the parent everything they know about it. And then when that test comes up next week on the dinosaurs, um, the parents would have reinforced what the children have learned, and the child will know what's on the test because of that. And not just like museums. You can, like, if you're learning about the environment, go out and do something in the environment. If you're learning about the stars, go to someplace where you learn about the stars. If you're learning about animals, the zoo. There's so many different things. Um, in the same article that I spoke of before, they also said it takes more than high-quality classroom instruction for all children to reach their potential. And that's true. If a classroom has all this money put into it, all these, items and the newest computers and everything, it still doesn't help them as much as having that reinforcement at home from the parents or grandparents or whoever they live with. They still need that. I mean, even if there's $1 million put into a classroom, it still doesn't help the child be reinforced when they're at home. And finally, the community. In another article that I read, which was called "It Takes a Community to Educate a Child," the author speaks of how the community educates children. That said, community can create an environment emphasizing the importance of academic success and graduation achievements. And let's face it, we have a really high dropping out rate in high school. People aren't getting their high school diploma. They're not doing even their GED. Community members should help the children know what a huge importance it is to get an education and become successful in this world. One thing that the community could do is have a career day. Ask the schools if they can come in. And not just for the little kids. I mean, that's fun for the children when they're younger to see everything, but even for high schoolers. They're the ones who will be in the workforce. They are the ones who will be going to college and to technical schools and learning to do something, or they're going to be the ones that don't do anything. So I think that it would benefit them a lot more than middle school or elementary school children would, because they can be able to connect with them, and not just like firemen and policemen and all that. You can have the mayor come in. You can have all different people from the community and even different cultures in the community, come in and educate the children. And I think that would help high schoolers to understand what they want to do, because they don't really have a lot of options. They might say, oh, I think I want to be a teacher, I think I want to be a policeman, but I don't really understand what it is to be that. So they might feel a little iffy about it and then just decide not to do it. So having a career day for high school would be amazing. It's very important for everyone to have a role in educating children. In the same article that I just talked about before, it says that during the hours of the school day, it's the school's responsibility to set expectations and provide instructional support to ensure that learning is taking place. However, it remains the responsibility of family, friends, and the community to let all of our students know that they have the potential to be successful and they are supported in their learning endeavors. And that's very important, that everyone has a major part in educating a child, not just teachers. Because a lot of people believe that it's only the teachers who have that, who have to teach. Everyone is responsible. It may be at home or at school or even in the surrounding community. Children learn all the time. And everyone needs to work together to help these children to become successful. So, okay. That was my YouTube video. Thank you.